I am doing Who's the Most Autistic Pokemon?
Who's that Pokemon? Who's that Pokemon?
The answer is Mimikyu, obviously.
That's my favorite.
It's also my favorite Pokemon, quite clearly. So, as someone who just recently fully accepted he's autistic due to masking his whole life until crashing out due to stress of keeping up the act, the most autistic Pokemon in my mind is definitely Mimikyu. It was a close bet between Mimikyu, Mewtwo, and Mew, but Mimikyu is literally the disguised Pokemon. They have a physical mask, an attempt to copy someone else, someone beloved where they are not. For those who might not know about the Pokemon Mimikyu, which I feel like I know my crowd pretty well, most people know him, Mimikyu is a ghost-type Pokemon that tries to pass itself off as a Pikachu. Here's a quick description from Mobilepedia. Mimikyu is a lonely Pokemon who disguises itself as a Pikachu in hopes of making friends because of popularity of Pikachu-style merchandise. Unfortunately, it only ends up looking creepier. Its relationship with Pikachu can vary between individuals and canon, but they vary between antagonistic or friendly. Mimikyu's Pikachu Dex data records its height without its disguise. Its height in its disguised form is the same as Pikachu. Mimikyu is always covered by its disguise, so its true appearance is unknown. However, glimpses of it have been seen, such as its claws, its underside, and its bright red eyes. Since Mimikyu is weakened by sunlight, it is rumored that the veil is used for protection. It is believed that seeing its true form will cause a mysterious illness or even a painful death. Because of this, Mimikyu will become agitated and violently stop anyone from trying to look underneath its rag. They try to pass themselves off as something they are just simply not. And the harder they try, the more they seem to put off the people around them. In the games, Mimikyu actually has two forms, one called Disguise and the other called Busted. The Disguise form is also an ability that cuts damage on the first attack, after which the disguise breaks and the false head goes limp, looking like a broken neck. The Pokédex said this probably doesn't hurt the Mimikyu, but makes it quite sad, saying that it's probably feeling sad. After the mask is broken, they're upset and vulnerable. In both the games and anime, Mimikyu puts so much work into their disguise, but it just doesn't seem to be enough to be accepted. Both Pokemon and humans find Mimikyu's mask disturbing, scary, and despite all the hard work it puts into being approachable. They can't help but get agitated and lash out sometimes when all their hard work seems to be for nothing. The mask they wear is for their own protection. As a ghost type, they're sensitive to bright light, as well as clearly having body dysmorphia. When they glimpse their own reflection in the anime, they start to cry and grow upset when others try to look under the disguise. But this isn't just for their own sake, it's also to protect others, as people who peek behind their mask get left hurt, completely unintentionally. A simple glance at Mimikyu's true body under their cloth is enough to leave Pokemon and people stunned on the spot, coming down with a mysterious illness or, according to several Pokédex entries, just straight up dying. Its actual appearance is unknown. A scholar who saw under its rag was overwhelmed by terror and died from shock. Although it's a quite lonely Pokemon, if you try to look under its rag, it will become agitated and resist violently. A gust of wind revealed what hides under this Pokemon's rag to a passing trainer who went home and died painfully that very night. So it tries to hide because it feels like it keeps hurting others as well. As someone who really struggled with boundaries and body language, that really appeals to me. I certainly hurt people without meaning to by not reading the room right or trying to share a side of myself and coming off as creepy instead. Mimikyu's perception of itself just doesn't quite match up with how others perceive them. They like cute things and clearly want to come across as cute. They want to be loved, and the only way they can figure out how to do that is to pretend to be somebody else. They feel they simply cannot be loved as themselves. But the best part of Mimikyu is that it's not doomed for them. In the anime, as well as the shorts on YouTube, Pikachu, the ideal version Mimikyu struggles so hard to copy and envies deeply, has been reaching out to them, greeting them with love and understanding, despite how they appear and come across. It's very cute and gives me the warm fuzzies quite a bit.
Okay, I think I might.
The last thing I'll say about Mimikyu is that it's also a very transgender Pokemon to me. I mean, everything I've already said about it, I think, falls under that. And that's about it. I wrote this at 1 a.m. the night before and spent several hours just now trying to finish it. That's all I got.